retirement as a time of adventure. That's the idea we're exploring in the company of Headwater Holidays, who specialise in active getaways around the world. Walking and cycling holidays, taken at your own pace, can be great fun, but also help in staying mobile and maintaining independence, which are crucial to a healthy, happy retirement. Tina James is the Managing Director of Headwater Holidays.
We do walking and cycling holidays. Our walking holidays can be both guided, so small groups from 2 to 8 people usually. In some circumstances they can go up to 16 people. Or we also do walking for where you go self-guided, and we provide you with route notes and you walk mainly from hotel to hotel and we move the luggage for you. Our cycling holidays work in exactly the same way as the self-guided walking holidays, and they are all self-guided. And then we have one canoeing holiday in the Dordogne in France, and we have a couple of holidays whereby you're based in one place and you can do both walking and cycling, and with lots of other opportunities to do other things too while you're there. In the winter months, obviously we still have our walking and cycling programmes, but we do cross-country skiing holidays too.
If you're going from our brochure, you'll arrive in the country. You might get picked up at an airport, or you might get picked up at a rail station by either one of our employed reps or an agent who we contract locally. So in some cases you'll fly in, you'll have rail tickets, you'll take a train to a station where you'll be met by somebody locally who will then pick you up and take you to your first hotel. And we have a system of labelling our holidays, starting off from leisurely, soft, you get a moderate and then to hard. And these are not just a case of how long a day is. It could be that a 40-kilometre cycle ride is classed as soft because it's all flat. It could be that a 20-kilometre cycle ride is classed as hard or difficult because it's on rough terrain. So there's lots of things, but it's all explained in the brochure and on the internet about how we do grade these holidays.
One of the things we've always tried to do is to include as much as we possibly can. Realistically, when we set a holiday up, we will always look at the hotels. We like to use small hotels, usually family run where possible, maybe where the owner is the chef, his wife runs the reception and their children wait on in the restaurant. And one of the things we do is we'll look to include the evening meal. If it's a guided walking holiday, what we'll look to do is maybe include lunchtime, either a meal in a small restaurant or picnics, obviously weather dependent. But what we always like to do is to do the most appropriate thing, but try and include as much as possible. That's why the brochure prices actually show an inclusive price with either, if you're self-driving, the Eurotunnel crossing, if you're flying, then the flight price, any travel by train is included, and we obviously, unlike other companies, we include the cost of the bike hire as well, and all our services.
A client calls through to check availability. They come through to the sales team. We look at all the travel, how they get to their destination first. We then see if the holiday that they want is available, and then bring it all together, go through every stage with the client.
The most often question really is how long about the walking, the terrain, also questions about the hotels. Different people want different things from a holiday. Some people are more food orientated, some people want to see the history, the culture. Some people just want to go and relax. We get people as well, we get couples that one maybe wants to walk, one maybe doesn't want to walk. So we can arrange, we tailor-make that round them as well. A lot of the time we get people who want to tailor-make the holidays. We have fantastic range of holidays: walking, cycling, canoeing. If they just want to take a small bite out of a holiday, and we can do that for them as well. And also they're very apprehensive, some people, about travelling via Paris. So a lot of holidays go via Paris. We provide maps, route notes, everything they need to go, and they get a full briefing before they set off on the holiday.
We've always been fairly active with the family, and now they've left the nest. We've got more time to do the things that we like to do. So we like gardening. We've got vegetable plots, and we like travel, eating good food and cooking good food. So yeah, we like to be outside and adventuring, really.
We didn't know what to do quite.
For our first holidays together.
For our first holidays together. Neither of us had done holidays very much in the past. We considered walking holidays as an activity holiday, but Frances had recently broken her ankle and wasn't properly fit. Frances put forward the idea of horse riding. Because she's an experienced horsewoman, but I'm afraid I don't know the back end of a horse from the front.
So we compromised.
So we thought about it and came up with cycling as an option, as something we could both do and hopefully enjoy.
One of the things that we're really proud of is that when you go in a car, you almost shoot past all those interesting things. You don't get to meet the locals. You don't really get under the skin of things. One of the great things about our holidays is that we'll suggest routes that we've thoroughly researched, and will include great places to stop and have a picnic under a shady carob tree maybe. We'll tell you the little squares where you can sit and people watch and have a coffee or maybe a cheeky glass of wine. And we've taken the time out to actually get to know the places, and we hope that what we can provide to the customer is exactly that voyage of discovery.
Some people who are into their 80s who are really fit. So we've got four gradings, soft all the way through to challenging. So for example, soft level walking, or something like walking for example, that would be up to 4 hours of walking, going no higher than 300 metres. Whereas if you get to the challenging routes, so we've got into the Dolomites, for example, in Italy, and a few of our Alpine, Swiss kind of routes, they start to touch on challenging, and that would be 8 hours. You're going over 1,000 metres, a little bit of experience necessary. But the majority of what Headwater do, because it's more of a relaxed, active holiday, it's 4 to 5 hours on average, and not getting too high. It's just a nice canter really. You don't need to be getting out of breath.
I have to say that the first holiday we had, which was in the Lot in France, was a revelation, and we both thoroughly enjoyed it. To the extent that in the subsequent 3 years we've done similar holidays in different locations, all with Headwater.
We all went as a family, and we had a cycling holiday, and this was great.
And you know, it was lovely because it was a way of the family staying bonded together, because we didn't want to drift apart, you know, spend the weekend, the children in bed watching television all weekend. And it was just a great way to keep us all together and active, and it was really good fun, wasn't it? And it was all based in the UK, and we did these different routes with B&Bs, and it was just great fun, and it's just grown from there. Right. They've left the nest now, and we're still doing it because we love it.
Yeah.
Anything from 10 miles to 20 miles for walking. So with the cycling, the most challenging is 70 kilometres. If my math is correct, that's about 40 miles. So yeah, it's you know, it's not Bradley Wiggins Tour de France stuff. It's relaxed. In fact, you know, a lot of the itineraries have rest days. So if you wanted to do more on your rest day, then you can go off and explore.
We do it together. Someone puts forward an idea, somebody else knocks it down, and we move towards a solution. But there are lots of choices. And yeah, we take it in turns a little bit, don't we? But we always
there's
both
certain
agree in the
criteria.
end.
We don't want them to be too hard.
No, because I'm not really as fit as Simon. Simon could do something much more athletic, but I like the easy life.
Join us after the break as we discover more of what the world has to offer.
On a Headwater holiday, you'll discover more about the people, the food and the natural surroundings of a region than you ever could on an ordinary holiday. So if you're a keen walker or leisurely cyclist, love visiting fascinating places by day and relaxing in high-quality accommodation by night, then why not try a Headwater holiday? It's easy-going discovery, the Headwater way. We'll even move your bags for you. Headwater.com. The more relaxed, active holiday. One Doctor gives you national prefixed prices with no call-out or overtime charges 24 hours, 365 days a year. Drain Doctor. Emergency plumbing and drainage. As quick as a wink. The Doctor will see you now.
Retirement is a time to live your life at your pace. It can be very frustrating if your joints let you down and you cannot enjoy an active life. Keeping up with your friends and family can become a chore. It can feel as though you are letting everyone down. There are many ways in which an orthopedic surgeon can help you regain your mobility and improve your quality of life. For advice, please contact
Choosing a plumber should never be a gamble. Call Drain Doctor, and it won't be.
Creative Dental Clinic in Budapest, Hungary, the leading destination for dental tourism in Europe. Specialising in dental implants, oral surgery and porcelain crowns. We have provided affordable dental care to UK patients for over a decade at prices 50% to 70% cheaper than in the UK. Make the right choice for dental treatment abroad. Contact our UK office or visit our website to find out more. Creative Dental Clinic. Start smiling today.
There's a national plumber that charges you the same rate with no call-out cost, day or night. Drain Doctor.
London Eye Hospital is one of the UK's leading private eye hospitals, utilising the latest technology for surgery carried out by the most experienced and pioneering surgeons. Our mission is to simply provide the highest level of eye care without compromise for the diagnosis and treatment of all eye conditions. You can check out our pioneering treatments and products by visiting our website, londoneyehospital.com.
The Doctor will see you now.
Beside oxygen, water, gravity and light, the Earth's magnetic field represents one of the planet's essential forces on which all life depends. Fundamental changes in our environment over the last 50 years has facilitated an ever-increasing number of complex illnesses. Intelligent magnetic resonance stimulation is able to increase cell metabolism and regain the body's self-healing power. Change your life 8 minutes at a time with the IMRS, the world's #1 PEMF home use system.
On a Headwater holiday, you'll discover more about the people, the food and the natural surroundings of a region than you ever could on an ordinary holiday. So if you're a keen walker or leisurely cyclist, love visiting fascinating places by day and relaxing in high-quality accommodation by night, then why not try a Headwater holiday? It's easy-going discovery, the Headwater way. We'll even move your bags for you. Headwater.com. The more relaxed, active holiday.
Welcome back. We've been speaking with holidaygoers and planners about the importance of active lives and beautiful, inspiring getaways during retirement. With a wealth of information available online, people are used to having greater choice. Being able to customise your arrangements and experiences is an essential part of enjoying a break away from home.
We're finding more and more these days, it's changing. It used to be people would book the holiday from the brochure. These days people will add on or reduce. In some of our holidays now, we actually have an 8 and a 10 night option where you have 4 nights at one particular hotel, or you can add on a city break at the end of it, or even if you're doing something completely yourself that we don't book for you, you can still mix it with our holiday. And in other ways, some people might only want to do half of the holiday, so again we can offer that as well. It's noticeably changed over the last sort of, I'd say 5-10 years, where people now want to do different things, so we're very flexible with things like that.
We've got long haul, and we go to Jordan. The cycling in Jordan is quite a popular one. We go to the High Atlas in Morocco. Yeah, so it's not just France and Italy, France and Italian vineyards usually. It's we do go further afield as well.
It's much more the excitement of the holiday itself and finding new things. And for instance, this holiday we've just been on, an added bonus that I would never have expected was that we were cycling through butterflies, white butterflies all over the place. And it was just absolutely beautiful. I've never really been a butterfly spotter, but we also saw a very rare butterfly. I haven't told you this. The swallowtail, the one that you said looked like a shuttlecock.
Yeah.
That's a rare swallowtail, and we saw that this year in Umbria.
We got to know about Headwater, I think it was on that holiday, or we saw it in the paper, and then we thought, well, they're actually doing what we've been doing, spending a lot of time with the logistics and organising it all. They're going to be able to do this, so we thought, well, we'll give them a try.
But importantly, it was outside of the UK. We wanted to venture outside.
Right, yeah,
We'd only done it ourselves as a
in
family
the UK.
in the UK.
Yeah, so it's more difficult for us to organise it outside, so we thought, well, if they're going to do it in Europe, why not have a go with it? And
but no more
that's how it
B&Bs.
started.
Character hotels with gourmet food and cycling, so it was great. Yeah.
It's all about the senses, really. So if you're looking, at Tuscany through the pane of a bus window, you're not really getting involved. You're not really getting under the skin of the place. You're not really experiencing it. And there's nothing better than kind of independently exploring a region yourself. That sense of satisfaction after you've been walking for 5 or 6 hours. Up and down Dale, and you're stopping meeting locals and stuff. You won't get that on an escorted tour. So that's why self-guided, I think, is a fantastic type of activity holiday.
It's nice to relax and go on holiday if you've had a business time to stressed out to relax. But after a couple of days, then you want to explore, look at things, and activity holidays. And with cycling or walking, you're in different places at different days. You can pick up things en route, look at various. It's not as if it's you've got to get from A to B in a certain time. It's very relaxing. So if there's anything en route that you want to look at, you can detour and go and have a look at it, and you stay inactive. And if one day you don't want to cycle, you can just relax and sit around the pool. And
we've done city breaks, and they're great, but this was another way to see the authenticity of the country that we'd visited the city of, and their cultures and their great food, really.
It's a fantastic way of seeing the country, in the sense that if you're in a car, self-evidently you're in your own cocoon, and you can't go slowly in a car either, if you know what I mean. If you're walking, you're sort of limited to a few miles parameter, but cycling is a great compromise.
You cover a large area.
You cover a reasonable sort of area, but you get to know it as well, because you're going at that sort of pace, that you can stop in villages and have a cup of tea, or, well, not tea usually. Ice cream or soft drink or whatever, glass of wine. And you talk to the cafe owner, and you also, as you say, see the wildlife, hedgerows of flowers and things you can stop and admire, which you really can't do in a car,
A lot of people, when they retire as well, they take up new hobbies to fill their time. Great things to do, painting, I mentioned walking already, maybe a little bit of cycling, photography, and all of these things can be encompassed and used when you go on holiday.
After spending so many years together, you need to establish what you enjoy doing as a couple. And also apart, you need your own sort of hobbies separately as well to keep things healthy. But I think, establish what you really love doing together and see how you can get, the best of it. We used to ski, but as we've got older, it's not physically possible anymore. But this is walking and cycling is something that most people can do, and in fact enhances your fitness level and mobility for a longer time, really.
They were both 82 and they decided to go on our Umbria trip, the walking holiday, and our Headwater staff in the region was quite surprised when he arrived with the bag run service. The 82-year-old couple were sat there on the patio of the hotel having a beer, and they'd actually beaten the luggage from the bag run because it's not a time trial, but they just did it really swiftly. They found it nice and easy, and they were 82. On their rest days, they were going off doing additional itineraries, which is fantastic to see. I think leisurely, moderate, you can do that into your 80s. Super fit can do challenging.
There was a particular moment in Spain, in Catalonia, where we saw that hedgerow of fantastic, 4 brightly coloured flowers and
banks of poppies,
and it was just spectacular. And you just come across it on the cycle. It was just spot on. It was fantastic. And I think in Provence, cycling down to the lake.
Yes.
The first sight of a place called Lac St. Croix, with the sun shining on the water, and it was just a spectacular view. And you were also freewheeling the bike downhill as well, so you got sort of wind and sunshine and this spectacular view. I always remember the first time we saw that. You can as well, I think.
And we had 2 extra days there. That was part of the flexibility of the Headwater, that they let you do. They knew how wonderful it was going to be, so they offered you that, and we took that up. That was lovely. Food is quite a highlight for us, isn't it?
Yeah,
we do like.
The gastronomy is such that you can end up fatter as well as fitter after these holidays.
People have such busy lives, and that goes for people who are retired too. Often people who are retired spend a lot of time with their family members, either older or younger, looking after grandchildren maybe. And it's important also to get away from the norm. We all appreciate a little bit of downtime, and going on holiday and getting away from the things that you might do if you had a spare 5 minutes at home is a great way to relax. So it's absolutely key to do that. I think also we're told so often now that we continually need to be stimulated. So seeing new things, experiencing new things is a great way to do that. And in addition, everybody needs to keep healthy and active. Some great Mediterranean food is a fantastic way to eat healthily. A little bit of activity. One of our philosophies realistically is that you just work up enough energy to appreciate the next good meal.
We have been, over the years, been fairly active, so it does help, yes. And we
had a holiday recently in the Caribbean, and it was just these islands. Once they get you into a resort hotel, that's it really. There's nothing else to see, and we felt really quite stagnant, didn't we? And sort of
there was
there was nowhere to walk to safely.
You
had to get in a car.
Yeah.
It was really quite restrictive, and we felt very unfit and fat at the end of the week.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So it was
working off the
calories.
No,
we really missed, doing something, and it does help to sort of. It's good to stay active, really.
It's very much all about finding the hidden gems yourself. And when you're doing that independently on a self-guided, it does feel like, I've just discovered this for myself kind of thing. It's not, a tour guide showing you the ropes. You're kind of doing it yourself. But yeah, it's very much about getting off the beaten track. And if an area does have something famous to see, then you'll see that as well, but you'll also see the not so seen attractions, and that's a great feeling of discovery, really.
Retirement can be the moment when you're finally able to explore, to uncover hidden gems, to see and do what you've always wanted to, but never before had the chance. That might mean new hobbies, a change of lifestyle, or it could be travel to amazing places around the world. You've earned your retirement. It's time to enjoy it.